Croissant, welcome. Part two of Proof I'm Not a Sham. As predicted, part one was forced to be edited, not by myself. We shall continue with part two, therefore. A very interesting concept. Let's proceed with a cup of tea, which is bit too much milk. I have to drink it very quickly. I'm 3/4 of the way through now, and I'll get the first album after I've gulped this one down. Hold on to your hats. There it is, it's gone. Is the video still on? Yes, it is. The first one, I put the albums down, is Tony Banks' The Fugitive. Now I'd love to play you some of this. He is the keyboardist of the band that I mentioned in part one. I won't mention them, just in case the algorithm flips its lid. There it is. It's a fine album. I loved it. 1982. Was it 82? I think it was. Basic tracks recorded at home on an 8-track. And this is Tony, king of a chord too far. He says, play 7 when only 1 would do. And what does he do? He rebrands himself as a minimalist. He tries to simplify the sound, the wall of sound, the mellotron, the orchestral, the pastoral. He gets rid of in the early 80s. Him, Phil and Mike, they say enough is enough. We can't carry on regurgitating the same old classic sound. We've got to progress. Let's all say it together. Let's all progress. So what does he do? He gets out his Casio. He gets out a Casio keyboard and starts pressing buttons and making sounds like a 7-year-old. And it sounds great. There's a song called Sham, which is marvellous. Bayou has got staccato, little simplistic nonsense going on. And he's singing from the bottom of his heart. He's got a little tinny voice and it sounds absolutely wonderful. This is Love, first track, side 1. He goes cod reggae on us, and how marvellous it is. It's absolutely beautiful. And he does a video and he looks so serious in his video, but he's beautiful. He's probably the best looking guy ever. Man of Spells gets me worried. It's a bit slow, and the wheels keep turning, gets me even more worried. It's even slower, that the wheels are turning very, very, very slow here. And then what does he do? He puts in number 4, he puts Say You'll Never Leave Me, which is an even slower ballad. And then on track 5, he's got a song called 33s, cue end of video. So that's his background for you in a nutshell. He wants a hit single, so he says, Say You'll Never Leave Me. He's got a beautiful wife. I don't think she will. But 33s, what's he on about? Is he on about records? Is he? Side 2, At the Edge of Night. What a song, track 2, side 2. Charm, and then Moving Under. Now those two songs, those At the Edge of Night and Moving Under, they are Genesis classics. And now, you know what I'd like to do? If it wasn't for AI, I'd ask someone, like namely the band, Phil, Peter, Steve, Daryl, Chester, Ray, Anthony. I'd tell everybody, come back together and record all those solo songs. You know, there's one on the Mike and Mechanics album, isn't it, called what's it called? A call to arms. A call to arms. Cue end of video. It's called, and it was written by the three of them, Phil, Tony and Mike, and I think they should re-record them. All those songs, the solo songs recorded by Genesis. Oh, I've said the name. Now that's what I think they should do. There are times, there are specific seconds on this album when you think, oh, if only they had recorded it instead of solo album stuff. But talking to you about side one, it just kind of, I cringe to think what it could have sounded like, and there are elements where it has actually plummeted down to those depths. However, the charm of this album, where Tony's being himself, albeit a different Tony. Okay, on that shelf over there's a CD. I'm not showing you CDs today. It's called A Curious Feeling. I was very excited when it was remastered, and I bought it. I loved it when it came out. This, however, there are two other tracks which I bought via iTunes about 15 years ago, which are very good as well. So all in all, that's Tony Banks's The Fugitive in under 7 minutes. How good is that? Much better than the actual real thing. Unless, of course, you were put under the influence of The Return of the Giant Hogweed when you were 10 years old. And then everything else, by the same artists, mattered.